In Greece, time bends like the olive trees, old and twisted, beautiful and enduring. This is a land where mythology breathes through mountaintops and history lives in sun-warmed ruins. But it's also the rhythm of waves crashing against island rocks, the scent of grilled souvlaki at twilight, and the golden calm of ouzo shared with strangers turned friends. Welcome to episode 3 of 1 Week, 1 Country, where we give ourselves 7 unforgettable days to dive deep into a destination's heart. This week, we're heading to Greece, a place of gods and gyros, sun and spirit.
From ancient Athens to the volcanic cliffs of Santorini, to the monasteries in the sky at Meteora, this journey is as timeless as it is breathtaking. Let's begin.
We start where it all began. Athens, cradle of Western civilization. The city hums with history, but it's alive, electric, where ancient stones meet buzzing cafes. Climb to the Acropolis, where the Parthenon still stands proud after 2,500 years. From up here, Athens unfolds like a story. Rooftops and ruins blending under a sky that's seen philosophers, warriors, poets, and now you. Afterward, head down to the Plaka district, all winding alleys and bright shutters. Duck into a local cafeneo for thick Greek coffee or a cold Mythos beer. Every corner here hums with life.
Try souvlaki fresh off the skewer or a generous plate of moussaka. Layers of eggplant, spiced meat and bechamel. Finish with loukoumades, golden honey puffs with cinnamon. A multi-site archaeological pass is about £15 and covers the Acropolis, ancient agora and more. Souvlaki on the street? Just £2 to £3. The Parthenon was once a temple, then a church, then a mosque. Its stones have seen more faiths than most places on earth. Watch the sunset from Lycabettus Hill, Athens' highest point. As the city glows orange and gold, the Acropolis lights up like a beacon, a reminder that history never truly fades.
Leave the mainland behind as you board a morning ferry toward the Cyclades. The sea stretches like a story waiting to be written. And your next chapter is Santorini. When you arrive, it's hard to believe it's real. Cliffside villages in whites and blues, staircases that tumble toward the sea, volcanic sand beneath your feet. This island was born from fire and myth, and everything here feels a little enchanted. Stay in Fira for buzz and beauty, or in Oya for that postcard-perfect view.
Try tomato keftades, those Santorini tomato fritters, fava made from local yellow split peas, and fresh grilled octopus. Sip a sirtiko, that crisp white wine grown in volcanic soil. A ferry from Athens costs around £30 to £45 depending on season. Sunset dinner views can be pricey, but tavern meals inland start from £8 to £10. The massive volcanic eruption that shaped Santorini around 1600 BC may have inspired the legend of Atlantis. As the sun dips into the caldera, the cliffs of Oya blush with color. It's one of the most famous sunsets in the world, and somehow, it still feels like it's just for you.
Most travelers stop at the view, but you go deeper. Today is for discovering the other side of Santorini, the side where myths sleep in stone and secrets lie buried in ash. Start your day in Acropolis, a Bronze Age city preserved beneath volcanic ash, like a Greek Pompeii. You'll walk streets frozen in time, past ancient pottery, staircases, and homes of a civilization lost for thousands of years. Next, head to the black sand beach at Parissa, or the rust-colored sands of Red Beach, where sun loungers meet striking cliffs. End your afternoon in a moody bay, a tiny fishing port tucked beneath Oya. Watch the fishermen haul in octopus, then grill it over open flames.
Dine right by the water on seafood pasta and grilled calamari. Top it off with baklava and a glass of ouzo. Local buses connect all major towns on the island for just £2 per ride. Rent an ATV for around £20 a day if you want more freedom to explore. Acropolis had multi-story buildings, indoor plumbing and vibrant frescoes, all before 1600 BC. As twilight falls, Santorini feels different now, not just a postcard but a story, and you've begun to write your chapter in it.
This morning, a ferry carries you east to Naxos, lesser known than its famous Cycladic neighbors, but every bit as magical. In fact, maybe even more. Here, the pace slows. You'll find whitewashed villages without crowds, locals who stop to chat, and beaches where the only sound is the wind. Wander Chora, the island's main town, and climb to the Portara, a massive marble doorway to a never-finished temple of Apollo. It frames the sea like a postcard. Then, rent a scooter and follow the winding roads inland. You'll pass olive groves, crumbling chapels, and hilltop villages like Halki, where time forgets to move.
Naxos is famous for its potatoes, yes really, so do try them fried in olive oil. Also, the local cheese, arsenico, and citrus liqueur citron are a must. Ferries from Santorini to Naxos cost around £25 to £35. Stay in a family-run pension by the beach for under £40 a night. And according to legend, Dionysus, god of wine, made Naxos his home. And the island still feels like a place where gods might vacation. Tonight, toast with locals under a taverna's vine leaves. Here, life is quiet, but never dull.
From islands to inland, today we take a different path. North to Meteora, a name that means suspended in air. And when you see it, you'll understand why. Massive sandstone pillars rise straight from the earth, crowned with ancient monasteries that cling to the heavens. Built by monks seeking isolation and elevation, both physical and spiritual. These structures are marvels of devotion and engineering. Climb the steps to Varlam or Great Meteoron and feel the weight of silence, interrupted only by wind and bells. Inside, centuries-old frescoes tell sacred stories in hues of gold and crimson.
If you're hungry, try spetsofai, a hearty sausage and pepper stew, and spanakopita, the famous spinach pie. The mountain air makes every bite richer, honestly. And here's a little tip. Meteora is reachable by train from Athens for around £15. A day tour with transport and guide averages £30 to £40. Oh, and did you know? Originally, monks accessed the monasteries by rope baskets hoisted up the cliffs, with no ladders or stairs. Spend the night in nearby Kalambaka, a village nestled beneath the rocks. As the sun sets behind stone spires, it feels like you've stepped into another world.
You journey southward to the sacred slopes of Delphi, once the center of the known world in ancient times. Pilgrims came from across empires to hear the words of the oracle of Apollo spoken in riddles and smoke. Walk the sacred way past treasuries and temples, and stand before the temple of Apollo where ancient seekers once asked the unanswerable. Whether you believe in prophecies or not, Delphi casts a spell. Below the site, the Delphi Museum reveals stunning artifacts. Bronze chariots, golden offerings, marble gods staring through time.
For a taste of the region, tuck into lamb cleftico, slow cooked in parchment with herbs, or fresh trout from the nearby springs. If you're watching your budget, Delphi can be visited on a day trip from Athens for about £20 by bus, or you can join a guided tour for £35 to £50, entry fees included. Here's a fun fact. The oracle's riddles were often interpreted by priests, meaning her prophecies could be shaped by politics as much as mystery. Even today, Delphi feels charged, not just with history, but with possibility. You leave lighter, like you've whispered your own question to the wind.
Your circle is complete. Return to Athens by evening. The same stones greet you, but you're different now. Not just a visitor, but a traveler with salt in your hair, mountain dust on your shoes, and island sun still warming your skin. Wander once more through Monastiriki. Maybe pick up that last keepsake.
Eat your final Greek meal on a rooftop taverna, the Parthenon lit golden above. And as you raise a glass of Retsina and watch Athens blink to life, something settles in your chest. A kind of joy that can only come from a journey well lived.
7 days, 1,000 stories. You've walked where gods were worshipped and where monks whispered prayers to the clouds. You've tasted food shaped by sun and soil, felt sea spray and mountain wind, and watched sunsets the world dreams of. Greece is ancient, yes, but it's also alive. In its music, its warmth, its wild, generous spirit. This was 1 Week in Greece. Episode 3 of 1 Week, 1 Country.
Let us know in the comments. Which part of Greece would you return to first? And if this journey stirred something in your soul, like, subscribe, and come with us next week, because the world is wide and wonder waits.